We've all been there. You're standing in a museum, staring at a painting, and all you can think is, I don't get it. To me, knowing the story behind an artwork is a huge part of knowing how to look at it. I'm Amanda, the host of the Art of History podcast, where we view history through the lens of some really great works of art. Each episode, we dive deep into the bigger picture behind some familiar and maybe not so familiar pieces. Check out Art of History now wherever you get your podcasts.
Koala Shine!
Hello, culture kids! And koala kids too. It's me, Kristen.
And me, Asher.
And me, Kelly.
Today, we're bringing you something amazing. A crossover episode. For those of you who don't know me and Asher, we're from Culture Kids, a podcast where we go on adventures to learn about different cultures around the world. We work with cultural organizations, educators, and authors worldwide to learn about holidays, cuisine, animals, and even fruits from different countries.
And we also have jokes. We're funny too.
And for you culture kids, let me introduce myself too. I'm Kelly from Koala Shine, a podcast of stories and adventures that will blow your socks off. It's mindful, screen-free entertainment for all the family. Oh, and just to mention, we've also got a time machine. In fact, we're going to use it today, actually. We're going to travel far and wide to learn about the upcoming Olympic Games.
But what are the Olympics anyway? I know they play lots of games.
Well, the Olympics is a massive sports event that happens every 4 years, where athletes from all over the world come together to compete in many different sports. There are Summer Olympics with sports like swimming and running, and also Winter Olympics with sports like skiing and ice skating.
Yep. The goal is to come together and show the best teamwork, sportsmanship, skills, and try your very best. But most importantly, it's a time when people from different countries come together to celebrate and cheer for their teams. Well, I'm so excited because we have our friend, Mr. David Schafer, joining us today. He'll share what it's like to work for the Olympics and see everything come together. Shall we dial him in?
Cool, and here's Mr. David.
Hi, my name's David Schafer. Core values of the Olympics are excellence, respect, and friendship. And I think they are just very important to our world today. The world stops to see these values in every athlete every 2 years.
That's nice. What did you do for the Olympics?
I worked in various roles in broadcasting the Olympics across America and Europe. I have worked 10 Olympic Games with every experience being different and exciting, because we would work in a new country each time. But the best part were the thousands of people behind the scenes that had one common goal, despite all the languages and cultures covering the games.
We love that. I worked for the Olympics too, and it was one of the best experiences I had because you get to make friends that come from all over the world.
I cherish the memories and still have very close friends with people across Australia, China, Brazil, London, and of course in my home country, America.
That is so cool. We love making friends from other countries. Thank you, Mr. David. I can't wait to learn more about it.
Enjoy the Summer Games in Paris this year.
To really learn about the Games, we have pretty far to go, because the Olympics are really old, like older than your grandma and your grandma's grandma, and her great-great-grandma, and, well, you get the picture. It started in ancient times as something much smaller. So, let's check it out. So, let's hop in the time machine, press all these buttons, beep, boop, 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 and away we go. Oh, it's hot here, isn't it? It's the summer of 776 BC, aka 776 years before the year zero, 2,800 years ago from the present. Whew, I bet my time machine's pretty tired. That was quite the jump. So, here it is, the very first Olympics. What do you think?
It's pretty small and dusty.
Oh, you got that right. It must be from all the horses stampeding around. Well, here we are at Olympia, a site in southern Greece, home of the first Olympics. It's a very holy place. The ancient Greeks come here to worship their gods. One god in particular. Do you guys know who their most famous god is? Here's a hint. He's electrifying.
Zeus?
Yep, that's right. Zeus, a huge, mighty, sandal-wearing god who throws lightning bolts around when he gets angry. He's so very mighty, in fact, that it's in Zeus's honor that the Olympic Games came about. Athletes have come together to this holy place to compete for him. They pray to him for victory and give him offerings and gifts to thank him if they win. In ancient Greece, everyone usually fights with each other over land, property, religion. But one thing they can all agree on is their respect for Zeus. And that's why athletes from all over Greece have put aside their differences and come here to Olympia to honor their god. I mean, it's also pretty beautiful up here, isn't it? I would definitely leave behind the sweltering city and their markets and temples and universities for a holiday in Olympia. Just look at those olive trees. And the blue sky above, the grand stone columns. It's not bad, hey?
You can say that again. So, the Olympics are called the Olympics because they were first held in Olympia?
Yup. And to add another layer of confusion, Olympia is named after Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in Greece. That's where this lot believe their most famous and beloved gods live. Zeus, Athena, Artemis, Aphrodite, Poseidon, the list goes on. So, the Olympics is named after Olympia, which is named after Olympus.
Which is named after an octopus?
I like your thinking, Asha. Oh, that means the event is about to begin. Now, don't expect anything too exciting. There won't be a whole lot of events going on today in 776 BC. This is the very first Olympics. The only event is a race, and it's a pretty short one at that. So, who are you vouching for? My bet's on Korobos. He's a cook from the nearby city of Elis. Cooked me a really great fish stew once. Go, Korobos! Go, go, go! Go, Korobos! Oh, look! Oh, he's winning! He's... Ooh, eek!
Oh, no.
His pants have fallen off.
Yeah, I forgot that was going to happen. Korobos has run so fast that his pants have fallen off. So he's won the race, but he's naked. This trend will surprisingly catch on. So for years to come, the athletes who compete in the Olympics will be buck naked. Funny, right? For years and years, the only people allowed to compete at Olympia will be Greek, and they will all be men. Unfortunately, the women weren't allowed to join for another 2,676 years, until the 1900 Olympics held in Paris. Only then did women get the opportunity to show the world just how strong and amazing athletes they could be. Well, now the race is over, that's that. Can you believe it started off with just one race? And in 2024, there'll be 329 events.
Even BMXing and skateboarding and taekwondo.
Crazy, hey? They didn't add taekwondo for years after the first Olympics, though. So let's skip ahead a few years and see what progress they've made. Let me check my watch. Oh, what year is it now? Here we are. Still in Olympia, but now it's 200 BC. The Olympics have grown just a little bit since we were last here.
Ooh, yes, someone just stood on my toe. And dropped grape juice on me.
Look over there, something's starting.
This is the 145th Olympic Games. And now there's way more to see. A little too much, maybe. They're all still naked, of course. Now, alongside the athletics race, there's also equestrian events. Hear that?
Chariots!
That's right. They now race with chariots too. Being pulled around the racetrack in a cart, dragged by horses. There's all sorts of categories. 1 horse on your chariot, 2, 4. There's even a mule category. You know, a cross between a donkey and a horse. And they don't go so fast. They've also added discus to the games, throwing discs of stone as far as they possibly can. Oh, and wrestling and boxing too.
How come the Olympics aren't still held here in Olympia?
Well, the ancient Olympics ended in the year 394 AD. Roman emperors banned pagan religious events, and since the Olympics were made for Zeus, they were outlawed. Until that is, they were brought back as the modern Olympics in Athens in 1896. That's when the games really started to look more like the ones we know and love today. Want to check it out?
Away we go!
Okay, here we are, Athens, 1896. This Olympics has 43 events, from track and field to cycling, swimming, gymnastics, weightlifting, wrestling, fencing, shooting, and tennis. Something else pretty cool? This Olympics featured the first ever marathon. It was the idea of a French guy called Michel Breal. And the race took place from the plain of Marathon, hence the name, to Athens, 26 miles. He got the idea from an ancient Greek legend, in which a runner named Phidippides was sent along this very route to report the defeat of an invading Persian army in 490 BC. This first marathon will be won by that guy there. You see him coming up the hill? His name is Spiridon Louis, a Greek water carrier, and he will complete it in 2 hours, 58 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yes, go Spiridon!
The atmosphere is different than what it was before. There's a little more camaraderie in the air. But I'm glad the games are still so rooted in ancient Greek tradition.
Cool, isn't it? Although there's still no women. Let's go back to the present where we can see athletes from all genders all over the world compete. And since it's in Paris, we can probably eat a creme brulee while we watch. Ah, here we are, Paris. Oh, and the Olympics are about to start. But what's truly crazy is that now, you don't have to be at the Olympics to enjoy them. You can watch it from anywhere in the world thanks to technology. And everyone is now invited to take part. Whoever you are, whatever you dream to be. Gold medal surfer, table tennis player, even break dancer. It's possible.
Wow, what a journey. Today's experience, traveling back to ancient Greece, shows us how much things can evolve from our history. Even though back then it was focused on who was the strongest or fastest, what I love about the Olympics now is how the whole world pauses for a few weeks to celebrate each other's hard work and cheer each other on.
Well, I'll definitely enjoy watching the trampolining. I just can't believe anyone can bounce that high and do such incredible gymnastics. I can barely do a cartwheel. But really, I recommend watching all kinds of sports, even the ones you've never even heard of. It's an incredible opportunity to discover sports you might want to try. And then, who knows? Maybe one day you could be up on that podium with a medal around your neck. Hey, shall we end with a joke?
Joke time!
Why is basketball the messiest Olympic sport?
Why?
Because the players dribble all over the court.
That's a good one. What kind of exercises are best for a swimmer? Pull-ups. Get it? Like pull-ups, like because they swim in the pool?
Well, that's all from us today. If you'd like to continue on more adventures with us, check out the Culture Kids podcast. We work with cultural organizations, educators, authors, and families everywhere to bring the world right to your home without ever buying a plane ticket.
Bye-bye.
And you can join me, Kelly, on Koala Shine for more crazy, fun-filled adventures to, well, who knows where. There'll be cool facts and jokes, and the opportunity for you to be on the pod too. Just search Koala Shine on your favorite podcast player. Hope to see you there, and until next time, keep on shining! Koala Shine!